than 20,000 people ran the iconic Boston Marathon. 500,000 people there to cheer. Then tragedy at mile 26. Just before the finish line, a bomb explodes. Shrapnel ripped through the crowd, bringing runners to their knees. And seconds later, another blast. The crowd turns to panic and chaos as people rush to help the injured. And it is those horrific images of Boston's deadly attack that stick in our minds and force us to reflect on our own personal safety. Matt has more on the lasting damage that these attacks and the images can have. Matt.
Well, Marnie, as you know, this was a targeted attack during a happy, very public event designed to inflict the most pain possible, which makes us all ask the question, should I be attending big public events? And when I'm there, am I really safe? Especially since the person or people behind the Boston attack have not been caught. And to help us work through those questions and others is best-selling author Dr. Greg Jantz. Great to see you as always.
Oh, well, this is such an important topic for us.
And we have big public events here in the Seattle area. Seafair, Bumbershoot. We have big marathons. And I know there are people out there asking the question, am I safe going to these events after what I just saw?
You need to go. In fact, I participate in all those events. There's some marathons coming up. I'm going to be doing them. I'm going to be there. We've got to face these things. If we isolate, we tend to create more fear. Fear has a ripple effect, and so then it's going to grow into other areas of our life. I want us to face these things.
I got to tell you, these events for so many people are personal.
Yes.
My family just returned to the Northwest after spending 5 years in Boston. Every time we went to the Boston Marathon, we lined the marathon route to watch those runners, to be a part of that big event. My wife says to me yesterday, I don't feel like you can go to any big public events anymore. So how do you handle that anxiety if you do want to attend? You say press through, okay, I'm going. Okay. Now I feel skittish when I'm there. What do I do?
I want you to do some smaller events. I just talked to a guy, he said, you know what, I was going to do a fun run coming up this weekend, but I says, I don't know if I'm going to do it. It's a couple hundred people. I said, no, go ahead and do that. I want you to build back up to it. I also want you to know that's normal to have that response, to have some anxiety, to maybe go into a stadium and go, wow, I feel some anxiousness I didn't feel before. That's a normal response. Now, if 2 months from now we're having this conversation and you're paralyzed, you can't go anywhere, that's another issue. I don't want it to go to that. Particularly if you had trauma in your life, some other trauma, this could be a tipping point for you. This is a time where the stress, the depression may really increase. Don't isolate.
Another thing that is difficult to see are the images out of Boston. We see kids who are injured. We immediately think of our own kids.
Yes, we do.
We hear about those injured runners. We know marathoners in our own lives or runners in our own lives. So it hits home. How do you deal with that anxiety as well?
Well, it does hit home. And I think that that's another normal anxiety to have. I have kids. And one of the things, even how we've had to talk about this. And you know, we've had so many traumatic events from Sandy Hook to this, and what kids are being told in school or what they're hearing from others. I think we need to be able to talk to our kids about it, but let's not dwell on it. Let's not keep replaying the images. That has a tendency to really increase the fear.
Here's the other angle. We have not seen a terrorist attack on U.S. soil since 9/11. It's been a long time. So now we have another one. And you may be experiencing symptoms of anxiety and not even know it. What would those symptoms be?
Well, it might be I might have difficulty sleeping, or I might be waking up at night and going, oh, I feel anxious, my heart's racing. I may even have a dream related to this. I may have known somebody that was there, and I wake up feeling anxious that, are they okay? Did something happen to them? Even if I know what the truth is. Those are normal reactions to have those. Now, it may affect my appetite. I may just feel down for a few days. I'm either not going to feel like eating, or I might want to just overconsume. Watch for the tendencies to overconsume. I'm looking to bring comfort back in my life. I may tend to overuse things. I may also tend to start or stop doing things that were healthy. If I exercise or I'm a walker, I may not feel like I even want to do it. We've got to keep the physical activity up.
We all internalize in our own ways.
Oh, we do.
All right. Dr. Greg Jantz, thank you so much. Great information.
Good to be with you.